found it. Oh hey! Welcome to this week's segment of In the Stacks. My name's Brent.
I'm Catherine.
And I'm Autumn. Today we actually have a special guest with us, Louise. Louise Erdrich, that is.
First question. Is it true your father gave you a nickel for every story you made up growing up as a child?
That's very true. How did you know that? Yes, he did.
What inspired you to write? Money?
No. No, actually, my father and my mother were wonderful storytellers. Everything in our family became a story.
And you attended Dartmouth College, and your freshman year coincided with the opening of this new Native American Studies book that was led by your future husband, Michael Doris. Is that what sparked your interest in writing about your ancestry?
No, I was always interested in writing. I didn't know in what form I would write or what form it would take, but I'm sure that my education had a lot to do with how I eventually began to form the words, and brought me confidence. But I always wanted to write.
And why do you focus on Native Americans in your work?
And my father's German American. My mother is Ojibwe, which is also Anishinaabe. So she's from the Turtle Mountains, and this is what I know.
Does your fiction spring from your memory or your imagination?
Both. Some from memory, some invented.
People sometimes refer to your work as magical realism. Is that how you would describe it?
I wouldn't describe it that way, because it seems to me that anything that I write could be true, and I try to make sure that there's some way everything could be true.
Then what would you describe your work as?
I wouldn't ever describe it. You know, it's not, my job is just to write it. I don't have to describe it.
You come from two different backgrounds. What do you think is the appropriate way to describe someone of two races? Some people say mixed race. What do you prefer?
That's good. You know, there's increasingly a mixture of backgrounds for people. And that's the way of the world. We're becoming a very interconnected world, ever more connected. So I feel as though we're all going to have a very mixed heritage as time goes on. And this will become a norm, a part of life.
About current events, do you see it as a form of healing or retribution? How do you see it?
I think it's a very good way of putting it. A form of healing is something that occurs in the writing and in the reading as a transaction of the heart between a reader and a writer. So that's how I hope the books come across, although there's often violence, but there's also incredible joy and peace in Native culture, and I hope that comes across too.
Well, Louise, it was great talking with you. You were just very lovely. It was great. It was great.
It was great to hear your inspiration about what you get from your writing and what causes you to write.
Thanks. And this is a great novel.
But until next time, see you guys on our next segment in the Stacks.
Bye.